as for everyone coming in, what does that really mean? Well, look at this. Okay, this is actually kind of staggering if you think about it. The new whales versus old whales. The new whales have invested $108 billion. The old whales in total since Bitcoin's inception, 113 billion. That means the new whales coming in have almost tied all of the old whales' investments. That shows you how much money the new whales have. And that includes these nation states and, of course, the institutions. Okay. So that's within a very, very short amount of time. Most of that came in 2024, right? So this is one of the points I've been making. Like, look at how much has flown into the ETFs within 9 months since January till now. That's only 9 months. Think about how much flown into the ETFs in 9 months. Now, add another 9 months. Add another 9 months. Add another 9 months. Think about how much will be in the ETFs in 5 years, or 10 years, or go 20 years, 50 years, right? It's just going to keep on going in. It's just going to keep on taking Bitcoin out of supply, out of circulation. And there's so much money out there. It's so easy for these big boys, these new whales, to just remove enormous amount. The FOMO in this parabolic cycle that's coming up is going to be so tremendous. It's not like anything we have ever seen before. I honestly believe that, because we never had institutional interest in any of our previous cycles. This is the first time ever in history. So it's going to be quite amazing. It's going to be quite amazing. All right, last few things I'll just say or show. Giant couplet handle. I showed this yesterday, right? Still in play. In fact, you could argue yesterday we did break out a little bit from that handle, but then we came back down, so we're still waiting to break out from that. Here's a similar pattern to 2017. We got a lot of similar patterns. I mean, fractal patterns. I could show you fractal patterns all day long. We got so many similar patterns to previous cycles. It's just a matter of time before we break through. Right now, we have a lot of distractions. Okay, we have a lot of things holding us back from October. We know that, right? We got this hurricane that's coming up. We got this big war that's still ongoing, this conflict that's in the Middle East, right? We still have a conflict in Europe that's still ongoing that doesn't get a lot of press, but still ongoing, right? We have a lot of things happening that are distracting us, and now we have China. We have our own problems here in the U.S. too. I mean, there are a lot of things happening that's kind of distracting us from October. But Bitcoin is strong. Bitcoin does not care. And eventually, it cannot be held back any longer and will break out and continue forward, right? Just like all previous times. Every cycle before, we had similar problems. We had similar distractions. And you could argue even bigger distractions. Every single cycle. I mean, just think about the last cycle. Think about in 2020 when we had our last halving event. That was when we were in full-blown lockdown mode. Everyone around the world was sitting at home, forced mandatory lockdown. Okay, you couldn't travel, you couldn't work, everyone was fighting for toilet paper. Think about how bad it was in 2020, and people were fearing for their lives. And even then, Bitcoin still rallied. That was a much scarier time than now, and yet Bitcoin still found a way to rally up from $10,000 at that time to $69,000. I mean, just think about that. We have distractions every single cycle, but Bitcoin finds a way every single time. Everyone that lost money at FTX will actually make it back, every single penny, plus interest. So you will make $1.19 for every dollar that you have lost, and repayment is going to start soon. So if you lost $50,000 or less, you will get it next month. And if you lost $50,000 or more, you will get it next year. So, you know, whoever they hired to get the money back for FTX is kind of crazy. They were able to accomplish this. But also, if you think about it, if they were able to get all the money back and more, you know, SBF, he must be like punching the air right now in jail. He must be thinking like, what the hell did I do wrong if I lost no money? Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, did he actually lose any money, or he just like, you know, he just forgot where he placed all the money? I don't even know how they were able to accomplish this. Anyways, the good thing about this is everyone's going to be made whole and more so, but everyone's going to be paid in cash. So you figure the $16 billion that people are going to get soon, they're probably going to buy crypto with it. They're not just going to take the money back and do nothing with it. They're probably going to invest with it. And if they're going to buy crypto with it, well, that's a crazy amount that'll be inflowing into crypto. So, yeah, that'll be good. Bahrain, so another nation out of the Middle East that is getting involved with Bitcoin. So it's like every single, not every single week, but it seems like every single month, we're hearing about a new nation getting involved with Bitcoin. So that just came out yesterday. And of course, last month, all of a sudden, Bhutan, you know, it was revealed that they hold $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, and they have a big mining operation, and they continue to mine more and more Bitcoin. So it's like, now it's not even about just retail and institutions. Now it's about countries getting involved, right? If you think about that, how amazing is it, and how far have we come that we're talking about nation states getting involved with Bitcoin now? I mean, that's just crazy. Even a few years ago, we didn't talk about that. We speculated, but we certainly did not talk about nations getting involved with Bitcoin, Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin services. I mean, that just shows how far we have come within just such a short amount of time. That's pretty crazy.